Hi, Veda. I think I follow your question. So when we do the one in the video, we end up at arctangent of -1, and we get one answer. When we're doing this one, we get arcsine of -1, and we get a different answer. That makes sense because sine and tangent are not the same function, so it's not going to be the same angle that makes them come out to -1. Likewise, if we were doing so. For instance, if we had arctangent of -1, arcsine of -1, and arccosine of -1, none of those are going to have the same answer because while they're all trying to figure out where these come out to -1, that happens at three different places on the unit circle. So I think that is what is messing you up. Let me show the one that you have here. So arcsine of sine of 3 pi over 2. First we would figure out what sine of 3 pi over 2 is. So if we draw our circle, 3 pi over 2, that's right here. So we'd have to go, there's pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2. So that's right there, and there's our point. And that point is x is -1 and y is 0. Oh, sorry, I did that backwards. X is 0 and y is -1. I always have a hard time with reversing those. So then that means that this comes out to -1. So then if I'm going to find the inverse or arcsine of -1, this is asking where between -pi over 2 and pi over 2 is the output of sine -1, and it's right there where we were at this 3 pi over 2, except we're limited to stating it in these terms, and so we would say that one comes out, instead of going around counterclockwise, we'll go clockwise and use a negative angle, so then that one is pi over 2, so it's happening right there. For the one in the notes, let's see, I have that one written out here. It was arctangent of cosine of pi. So same plan, we figure out where cosine, what cosine of pi is. And pi is right there, right? That's that semicircle. And so for this one, x is -1 and y is 0. And for cosine, it's the x value, right? For sine, we're looking at y. For cosine on the unit circle, it's the x. And so that would be -1 again. And this is where I think you're saying it comes out to where we're evaluating the same thing, some function at -1. But what angle makes tangent -1 and what angle makes sine -1 are not the same angle. So remember that tangent is y over x. So the only way for this to come out to -1 is if x and y are the same value but with opposite signs. So in other words, one of them has to be positive and one has to be negative. If we think about a unit circle and where that can happen, the place where x and y are the same value are on the 45s, or pi over 4. So here and here. And tangent has that same limit as sine did. It's going to go from -pi over 2 to pi over 2. So we don't have to worry about these ones over here, but those are also places where x and y equal each other. So remember, from your unit circle, this is pi over 2, pi over 2. And so if it said, if this had come out to +1, where is the inverse of tangent +1? It would be right there at pi over 4, because root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2 is 1, right? But we need it where it's going to come out negative, so that's going to be this one down here. The x value is positive, it's root 2 over 2, and then the y value is negative because it's below the axis. And so that's the spot where if I do the ratio of those, it comes out to -1. So the angle that would make that true would be right here at pi over 4. And again, if that had been a positive, it would be at positive pi over 4, but that's the spot where it comes out to negative. So that's why those are different. So it really matters which function you're looking at. If we were looking at, if this had been cosine, inverse cosine of pi, that would also have a different answer, right? So it matters which function we're looking at in terms of, even if we're evaluating each one at -1, there's going to be 3 different angles that will produce that depending on which function we're looking at.